Welcome to Nursing Simplified, the smart way to survive nursing school. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the top 10 tips that you can use to survive and thrive in nursing school. I would love for you to stick around for future videos, so take a moment to hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. Our first tip is to determine and understand what learning style you have. VARK is a questionnaire that helps your learning by suggesting the strategies you should be using. There are lots of free quizzes online that you can take to give you an idea of what style learner you are. VARK stands for visual, auditory, reading, writing, and kinesthetic. Some strategies for visual learners include using graphs, charts, pictures, cheat sheets. And if you're a visual learner, you can also make drawings in your notes, use highlighters to create different visual sections, or create sections on pages with rectangles, circles, shapes. Go wherever your creativity takes you and make each page of notes or section of notes look different. Auditory learners do best by listening. If your instructor allows you to record lectures, take advantage of that. Play our videos in the background while you're doing daily activities like cleaning and chores. When reading, repeat key concepts out loud to yourself. Read your notes out loud and record yourself so you can listen back later. Join study groups and discuss topics with others. Reading and writing learners do fantastic when they take notes. One suggestion I find helpful is to rewrite your notes. Have one notebook for class that can be a little messy, and later you can make a learning package for yourself by rewriting your notes in a separate notebook that evening. Other strategies include making flashcards, using lists with titles and headings, using bullet points, and numbering paragraphs. Kinesthetic learners do best with hands-on experiences. You will do great in skills labs and in clinicals, so make the most of those opportunities. Reflect on your clinical experiences when you are in the classroom or taking exams, and envision those times where you had hands-on experiences. Another thing that helps is squeezing a stress ball during lectures, as it connects a physical sensation with the lecture. Read case studies to create the illusion of a clinical experience for yourself while imagining yourself as the nurse. When watching videos, include videos that have real procedures or skills. Now that you understand how to make the most of your learning style, let's move on to the rest of our tips. Tip number 2 is to talk with your instructor. Make an appointment with your instructor and ask him or her what they feel will help you to be successful in their class. What are their expectations? Do they have any strategies that they feel would help you in your studies? This is a win-win situation. Instructors love when students are engaged, and engaged students are more successful. Tip number 3 is to use a planner. Create a schedule and stick to it. Write in all of your assignment due dates and exam dates. Schedule study time and downtime. Try to leave some flexibility in your schedule to plan for the unexpected. Life is sure to throw you curveballs, so by leaving some unscheduled time, you can deal with those while staying on schedule. Tip number 4 is to read your assignments before you go to lecture. There is nothing more frustrating to an instructor than a class that's silent during discussion time. This often happens because students haven't prepared for the class and they feel anxious participating. Your instructors will not be able to teach you everything you need to know. Lectures are meant to reinforce and clarify the material you've already gone over, so make the most of class time by being prepared when you walk in. Tip number 5 is don't be afraid to ask for help. If you don't ask for help, you won't get it. So make those appointments with your instructors, ask questions, discuss things in study groups, and get a tutor if you need it. And please don't wait until you're so far behind that you feel like you're drowning and it's nearly impossible to catch up. I've seen this time and time again with students, and it's completely preventable. Don't let yourself fall behind. Tip number 6 is to do lots of practice questions. Even if you're not that far in your educational journey, keep trying those NCLEX style practice questions. Try to find ones with rationales for the correct and incorrect answers because each one of them is a learning opportunity. It's not about getting them right or wrong at first, it is about practice, repetition, and building knowledge and test taking skills. Tip number 7, don't cram. Instead, study in shorter blocks of time and stick to your schedule. Ideally, you want to study for about an hour at a time with at least a 20-minute break in between. Sometimes it's better to study for an hour in the morning and an hour at night than trying to squeeze in a 3-hour session. And when you're using your scheduled study time, turn off the TV, turn off your phone, and avoid the social media rabbit hole. Do your best to keep distractions to a minimum. Tip number 8 is to use the 10-minute rule. Getting started on a task is usually the hardest part. So, the 10-minute rule is a productivity strategy designed to help you do just that, get started. And here's how it works. Sit down and begin studying or doing homework for the next 10 minutes. You can set a timer if you want. And once the 10 minutes are up, you can then decide whether or not you'll continue. And 9 times out of 10, you will decide to keep going. I use this trick myself to outsmart my brain to stop procrastinating. Tip number 9 is to make the most of your clinicals. Use clinical time wisely. Yes, clinicals can be intimidating, but don't hide. Be assertive, ask questions, and volunteer for procedures. This will show your instructor that you're motivated and that you really, really want this. Plus, you will have some amazing experiences that will help you achieve your goals. Tip number 10 is don't compare yourself to other students. Nursing school and life are about progress, not perfection. Every student goes into nursing school with different experiences and skill sets. Be kind to yourself. You are unique, and when you embrace that, you will shine. And now for a quick recap. Find out what your learning style is and use it to your advantage. Talk with your instructor. They can help you identify ways you can be more successful. Use a planner and stick to the routine. And don't forget to schedule some downtime to deal with life's speed bumps. Read the material before you go to lecture and read it more than once. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Do lots of NCLEX practice questions. Don't cram. Study in shorter blocks of time more often. Use the 10-minute rule and use your clinical time wisely so you can gain experience. And don't compare yourself to others. Embrace your uniqueness. And there you have it. Today we talked about my top 10 ways you can not only survive, but thrive in nursing school. Congratulations! You now have the tools to flourish in your studies. So take control of your journey so it doesn't take control of you. As always, you are beautiful, you are needed, you are loved, you are strong, and most of all, dear friends, you are enough. Now go out there and be the amazing nurse you were meant to be. And remember, nursing is a work of heart. See you in the next video.